Today, we are going to be building an app with Cursor and Base and on-chain kit. I haven't coded in a while, so we're going kind of from 0 to 1. I got Cursor downloaded, and I got like a high-level repo set up, but I haven't done anything inside of the repo. I'm just going to create a README right now. A little app by Jesse. Okay, so I want to just talk you guys through what my goal is right now. Basic idea is we're building an app that displays a feed of mint ERC 1155s and then lets you mint them. Our basic plan is 1, get a single NFT rendering. 2, then we're going to get items in the 1155 rendering in a feed. Then we'll get minting working, then upgrade minting to use session keys. And the really cool thing about session keys, this is a new thing that the Smart Wallet team's been working on. You can just one-time authenticate a Smart Wallet to basically do whatever you want in the app. Then you can have the app kind of just click, do additional transaction prompts or signing. It all should just work. If we can do all of this in the next 2 hours, that's going to be pretty crazy and impressive, but we'll see. Got a coffee. I also have a seltzer, and we are going to try and cook. So first thing is I just want to get this running, and I literally just cloned this into the web folder. This just basically now has a template here. We created a .env, we installed the packages, now we run the app. This is a pretty sick template. You can see that it has these like really simple a login button, which is like wallet login, sign up, pops up the smart wallet. You can see I'm on localhost. I can just prove it. When I do that, it collects my wallet. And then this also has some nice things built in here. It has a profile that takes me to my base name. So you can see that. I can go to a wallet dashboard, which will actually take me to a whole wallet interface. And then there's also like a fun wallet button in here. So this has, I can buy crypto, I can receive crypto, and I can link a Coinbase account to pay directly with Magic Spend. That's pretty sick. I'm just gonna mint an NFT on Base Sequoia. The gas is sponsored, so that's nice. Boom, I just minted. That's cool, successful. And this is all just like in this template that they gave me. So that's pretty neat. Okay, so I created a collection on testnet. Look, you can see we have 3 items in here. So goal is we want to get all of the items. So like all 3 of these rendering in a feed, and then we'll get minting working. And then we are going to upgrade it to support session keys. So we'll see if we can do all that. So I imported in here, I have Zora docs. So yeah, Zora protocol, it looks like it's in here. So I can ask nice questions like, how do you use get tokens of contract? So it looks like that's all working. So I'm going to open up Composer, create a new project. Let's see, this is just mint feed, create project. Okay, we're going to create a new component called Zora 1155 feed. Should live in app web. Should be a vertical feed with just the images and titles to start. Okay, that's nicer. Good boy, Cursor. It's loading, and it doesn't display. Why aren't you displaying anything here? Error fetching token. Ah, okay. Bro, what are you doing here? You're so close, but you create the collection client, but then you don't actually use it. Can you please use the collector to access these tokens? Hey, it's close, but it's not correct. At least you're smart. Like, you did something in there. So that was good, Cursor. Oh, look at that. We got 3. That's crazy. We at least have the tokens. We're cooking, but this is definitely not right. Okay, we are making good progress. We need to use an IPFS gateway of some kind. Can you pull in a library or something? That didn't work. I think we might just be able to use the Cloudflare gateway. Can you try that? Let's see. Okay. Bam. No, but it's blocked by a CORS policy. What? Anyone know how to do this? I feel like I can use Cloudflare for this. Okay, so Cloudflare, they just shut it down 2 weeks ago. Okay, so this isn't working, but we're getting there. Okay, actually, Cloudflare doesn't work. We're not getting errors right now, just pending. That's, as they say, not a good sign. By default, toggle composer view is not set in the key bindings. Thank you, whoever said that. Can you add a toggle composer Nope, that didn't work. Why is this working? Oh, wait. What just happened? Okay, well, I just did something. I don't quite know what I did, but look at that. We are rocking and rolling, everybody. Okay, so we're now rendering. This is pretty killer. We have a nice little feed here, but let's make this feed a little bit nicer. Can we also add a mint button that uses the transaction wrapper? Oh, that's good. That's good. That's looking really good. Except for we want these to be so that the images maintain their aspect ratio. Hey, look at that. We got a nice little, let's see what happens if I shrink it. Because I like building mobile first. Let me actually just put this bad boy in mobile mode. We can still works, everything still works. We can log in. Sign in to view and mint. That's nice. I'm gonna sign in with my smart wallet. Boom. Look at that, you guys. We have a mint feed. I don't even know how long it's been. Okay, next up, we're going to use this transaction wrapper to make it so we can actually mint all of these things. We need to refactor the wrapper to accept a contract shape, pass that into the wrapper. Let's see what you got here. Really? That's what you did? You just completely wiped all of my great progress? I should have committed that. That was a little crazy, bro. Don't rewrite the page.tsx. We're happy here. Okay, let's try refactor again. First, let's refactor transaction wrapper to take the contracts so it can be generalized. Loading. Would you look at that? Bam, that's pretty sick, honestly. We're cooking right now. I'm pretty excited about this. Bam, we've got a mint feed. Let's go. Hey, Connor.
Hello, everyone. What's up?
The thing that I'm trying to figure out, Connor, I want to do session key stuff, but first I just want to get a regular mint working. And right now, when I click this with the smart wallet, it just says this.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty funky. I would probably mix it up with calling through the Minter contract. That's what I did. So actually, if you go to normal Zora app and you try minting one of your NFTs through there, we can just look at a sample transaction. Go to the testnet Zora and mint one of whatever this collection is from.
Let's do mint love on chain.
And then pull up the transaction on Sepolia scan when you're done.
Sepolia.basescan.org.
So notice how when Zora uses their own app, they actually mint through a different contract. It's that 7777. I guess it's 77s. And then
they call this thing.
Yeah, and then that itself is going to call your actual NFT. So we can take a look at that contract if you click on it, and we can see.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, and so if you go to write contract as proxy.
Write as proxy.
Yeah, there's a mint function there that takes in typical parameters, but notice there's also a collection address parameter.
Okay. So let me just change this a little bit. So we have to do address and quantity, then the token contract, that's correct. Then token ID, and then this is going to be mint referrals. But you know it's a blank address, just 0x. Is that fine?
You should put in the 0 address. So if you type 0 address, VM should just autocomplete that import for you.
So this should also be a string. We're not going to do my comment for now, so that should be fine. Okay. Oh! This is the most frustrating, useless error message ever.
Yeah, a lot of on-chain is like that, unfortunately.
Why don't we just jump? Let's just implement this with session keys.
All right, we'll just go all the way.
We're just going to jump. If you don't know, session keys are a new feature that the Smart Wallet's rolling out for developers that let you do a one-time authorization with a scope, like a parameter of here's what this authorization can call, and then a spending limit. So you can spend X per day, and then within that scoped call and that spending limit, you can just act on behalf of the user while still maintaining the full kind of non-custodial structure of it.
Yeah. So actually, maybe before we dive into these docs, we can start by first making the mint work normally.
Yeah, right. We're not actually just broken.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's do that. Can we please refactor transaction wrapper to not use on-chain kit and instead use send calls hook from WAGMI to write the contract? Let's see what it has. Let's see what's. Oh, let's go.
Wait, I want to see it. I want to see it. Do it. Do it. I gotta believe
Let's
it.
see.
It has to land on chain.
We're signing. Yeah, look at that. We minted. We got a working mint feed. Let's go. This is sick. Look, okay, everybody. So check out that. Look at this. Okay, I can mint all three. Let me just mint this one. Now, anyone in the chat have anything that they want me to just like create a little new one in here so I can show you something? Mint Jesse on chain. I will say, like, yellow is my color, so I'm keeping us yellow. Okay, now I'm going to the testnet Zora. I'm going to take this Mint Jesse one. We're going to just drop it in there. Let's add it to my mint feed. Creating this. Now, when I refresh this,
Oh.
so it's just hooked up, and now I can go in here and I can mint it. So that's honestly like incredibly sick. Now, whenever I add a new token to this 1155 contract, it will add to my mint feed, which is all the things I want people to mint on chain. You know, I just signed in, boom, now the mint feed's here. I can disconnect, no mint feed. I could log in with another wallet if I had another wallet. Oh, why are you not happy? I feel like something just changed.
Is Zora pushing updates as we're doing this?
I don't know, but it's like has a different. It's calling it the grain field now.
What?
Yeah. It's literally like saying that it's now a token called the grain field. What's happening here?
So Mike
Okay.
in the chat had a good call out as well. Could you go to where you define the on-chain kit provider?
Yes, it was an on-chain providers.
And then
Oh,
there it is.
Mike, you're too good.
Thank you, Mike.
We love Mike. Okay, so now I got this thing. We got a little floating button. It's nice and styled. Unfortunately, we broke the button.
How do we break it again?
You know, I'm not quite sure, honestly. Let's see. Right. Why are you not happy? Yeah,
Yeah.
we were right there.
We had it.
We had it. Do you know what it is? I bet that it is this. It's the support. There's like something broken. That's basically that's overriding it. And we're good. Okay, back to session keys.
Yeah, we're set up pretty nicely to do this integration now. So the first thing we should do is like installs probably. So Lucas has written some WAGMI and VM overrides where we have packages that actually support these new experimental hooks for granting permissions.
Okay, cool. Do I need PAPM?
Yeah, let's also install the WebAuthn. And so the WebAuthn library is something that was originally meant for passkeys, but we've extended it to support something called crypto keys, which allow us to do the same ECDSA on SEC P256R1, but it uses a key that doesn't have a pop-up for your biometric scan.
Wow, it's kind of crazy that we have 60 people here watching. It's been like 2 hours, everyone. This is what the base team evidently spends our holidays on, writing code. But I'm pretty pleased. We have a working mint feed, and now we're going to make it not have transaction prompts. Why vacation when on Labor Day when you can build world-class on-chain apps and do it live so that other people can see that it's not that hard?
It's also not that easy, as we've come to learn.
We're trying to make it easier. Let me go back to these docs, session keys.
So the first thing we're going to do is add a means to grant permissions. So the app is going to ask for permission to do something on behalf of the user. In our case, it'll be minting NFTs. So if you scroll down, we've actually, on the session key docs, we've been able to bypass like the login part because we already had an app. WAGMI providers, we've also had that set up. So this is where we actually start our work now with the grant permissions.
Wallet wrapper to use permissions as is defined in this doc. Okay, looks like it did some stuff. I don't know if it's good stuff or bad stuff.
Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, so it's just going to add a little drop-down option. So this is actually designed for it.
Ooh, it's starting to smell good in my house. Someone is cooking something. My wife was like, how long are you doing this for? And I was like, maybe an hour? It's been like 3 hours. Okay, but look, now we can click this and we can grant permissions. Enabling this app to send requests to sign on behalf. You don't need to sign off on every action. Request may include spend limit. Cool.
So this step also is the one-time enablement. So we actually have a smart contract that's an owner of your account. When you sign, this is the one that's actually granting it permission to be used.
Bam.
Cool. All right, that looks good. Okay. Oh my gosh, wow. So now actually if you console log permissions context, I think it may be somewhere already logged.
Log push. It's almost like it heard you, Connor.
That'd be a bit too scary.
Yeah. Okay, now it's got a permissions context.
Woo! All right, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. But now that we have this permissions context, we want to place it in our send calls that we had before. That'll help tell the wallet that, oh, I don't want to show the pop-up. I have this permission and I want to use it. And so what we need to refactor though is that this state right now is declared in the wallet wrapper. We need to raise
Yes.
the state up a bit.
Can we move the permissions context that we can then use in the transaction? Okay, so now in the wallet wrapper, we get the permissions context. We set some global state. We love to set global state. That's good programming.
Yep.
And now, okay, but let's see. Let's see what happens now. We can use it. Do you think it's going to work, Connor? Okay, I think you set up a contract purposely for this, right?
Yeah, so one of the security requirements we have for session keys is that it can't call any function on any contract because it's too easy for an app to ask to do something that could be high severity, like controlling your multisig or like accessing your NFTs or something like that. So we force all calls to go through a new function selector that doesn't yet exist, or we're forcing it to exist now. And so what it forces is developers to basically deploy new contracts or upgrade their existing contracts to be session key compatible. And so for this example, the Zora NFTs, they don't care who's doing the minting because you can provide the mint to recipient as part of the function call. And so we basically put like a middleware, I call it like a sandbox contract in between the wallet and the NFTs we're going to be minting. And so like this is effectively just going to call the things that we actually wanted to call on behalf of us using session keys.
It's basically a little proxy that will let me call permissioned call with the like right args for the Zora call, and then it'll proxy it to the Zora call, and it'll make that happen.
Yeah, there's a little bit extra setup we have to do for it. Let's go to the contract on Etherscan. So the sandbox call function lets us provide an address target. So that'll be the Zora contract. And then the bytes that we're going to send to it is the same call data that we already prepared. What we want to do is basically like rewrap the call data of the Zora call into this new struct.
Yeah, there we go.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think that's right, right? Is this about to work, Connor? Okay, now I'm going to grant my permissions, allow this app to spend on my behalf, approve. Woo!
Where?
Let's go!
Wait, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Show me the.
Wait a second. I gotta get my address. I think this is working, which is kind of insane. I'm just gonna mint another one, and let's see. It just showed. Let's see. Internal transactions. 9 seconds ago. What's that? I'm gonna mint this one. Boom, successful. Mint this one. Boom, successful. Mint
Oh
this
my
one.
god,
Boom, successful.
dude, that's so cool.
And are they all showing up? Look, they all show up. Let's go. This is awesome.
Hell yeah.
In 3 hours, we just built a feed. We got minting working, but minting is a pain in the butt with transaction signing every time. And now we can mint this feed with no additional signatures, with a one-time authorization. You just click the button, it mints. And anyone who's watching in now, you can just like literally, you can clone this whole repo and set it up for yourself and try this out right there using the universal proxy contract that Connor deployed, which is pretty powerful stuff. And you can go 0 to 1 with a mint feed that doesn't literally does a one-time authentication, and then users can just click through it and mint. It's insane. So this is that world-class minting experience that we're talking about. Connor, anything else to share? I think that's probably the end of this feed.
Yeah, I think this is great. I'm so glad we made it to a functioning end-to-end experience.
Yeah. I mean, really incredible. And Cursor is so powerful. I mean, this is wild. Thanks everybody for tuning in who was on the stream. I know a lot of people were here on the stream for a while. I hope you learned something. if you're interested, I would encourage you to try streaming yourself. People will tune in and leave crack jokes and ask questions, and it's a great way to build in the open. And Unlonely is a great platform for doing it. It was super easy to do this. I just used StreamYard, which made this really simple. And then Unlonely, I plugged in and streamed to Twitter and to Unlonely. And yeah, I hope everyone has a great rest of their Labor Day and has a great week, and keep building and stay based, everyone.